Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 4th, I think. it'll be in the title, right? We're gonna jump right in here. In your past, we're doing past, present, future, outcome. In your past position, you have this leadership card and this openness card. So I feel like you've been in a period of time where you've been kind of like more curious here about the future. You could be dealing with something here as well. This has come up for you multiple times. Like you could be dealing with a sneaky, tricky person or some sort of sneaky, tricky situation. I'm not sure. We're gonna look into it. But I also feel that if that story is for you, I feel like you have taken the lead, and it's like you're doing something about something like sneaky, tricky, or whatever the case may be, right? I also feel that you have 2 sevens right here. 2 sevens is internal fears that don't exist. You know what this is? Like, I feel like there's like a golden opportunity here. This here and now card, it can kind of represent you working on something, work, business, career, or otherwise. Could be your love life as well. And it could be you thinking like, oh, I'm gonna make a change. And for whatever reason, I feel like this reading is saying like, no, like what you're working on right now is a golden opportunity. It might not be going exactly according to plan, but I feel like you need to kind of like push through a little bit of a barrier here, like push through a period of time where you think that you should give up on something or that you should walk away from something, right? And I feel if you do that you're going to, look, you have this pearl card as well. It says uncovering lost wisdom, hidden knowledge. That's probably what you're waiting for, is like an answer or a new understanding on how to like have a breakthrough. And I kind of feel like this is saying if you just give something a little bit more time, it's going to prove to you that it's going to be successful. So, I kind of get that energy here in this reading. And sorry, I don't read reversals. I dropped this deck and, I just haven't fixed it, right? So you have the Page of Swords, but I do want to focus on this actually first right here. You have this openness card and this leadership card. I feel like that openness card is just kind of like saying be open to different ways of doing things, which comes up for you in every single reading. You literally have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is a card of tactics, and he is stealing those swords from an army in the background. So it's like he's going to war without going to war. And so I do feel every single reading I've done for you since the beginning of my channel, like 9 years ago, has basically said that, you need to be open to other ways of doing things and find other ways of doing things. There is something in this reading about like hidden or secret knowledge as well. I mean, you literally have that card that says hidden knowledge on it. The Page of Swords says you need to follow your curiosity. If you move towards your curiosity, things that make you curious, then you will be successful. Like good things will come out of that. And we even go here, 7 of Pentacles to the Star. It's like some of you, I feel, could be holding on to something that is like just no longer as valuable as it once was. It's kind of striking me as a job. Like obviously this isn't going to be true for all of you, but for some of you, I feel like this is saying, I don't think anything bad is going to happen or anything like that. I just think it's saying, hey, there's an opportunity for you to go get something that pays you more money. It could also be in your business. It's like you might be doing something that worked 20 years ago, but maybe it doesn't work any longer as well, right? Or maybe it works just as well, but at the same time, it's like we have inflation and, all this other stuff going on. So it's like, obviously you need to make more money. And, for some of you, I'm just getting that there could be some opportunities for you to do things like something new or different. And I would take advantage of those opportunities because I feel like it's going to be like a really golden opportunity, something that probably is a little bit eccentric. I see this moose card here. This moose card, I can't remember exactly what it says. It says eccentric, something else on it as well. But, it could be a little bit of an eccentric opportunity, something a little bit unusual or something that you've never done before. Again, I do feel like some of you are dealing with a tricky person. I'm not even sure this is love, by the way, right here. This could be someone talking behind your back, someone stealing things from you, stuff like that. And again, I'm not trying to be secretive or anything like that. I feel like you know who this person is because it looks like you have the Hierophant, which is like an authority. So it looks to me like you're trying to, get some sort of authority to take care of this or something. With the Page of Swords, you have the Two of Swords. Yes, third place solutions, every single reading. Two of Swords, she has that island behind her. She has to pick a new path. She also thinks she only has 2 options, but she actually has more. I feel you need to realize that, again, like I was saying with that here and now card, I really feel it's saying, like, don't give up on something just yet. Again, you could be sitting on a pearl, right? You could be, or like a golden egg. It seems like a good opportunity. I think it just needs like a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of, maybe some new ideas. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Hangman. Yeah, you've been waiting. Like, I feel like you've been waiting for a while. It's like, I also feel like you've become aware of something. You know, he hangs himself from the tree of knowledge and wisdom to gain enlightenment and or like awareness, or to see things from a new perspective. The Seven of Swords, again, would be a new perspective. There's clearly a new perspective coming in for you. And again, this could be based off of something that you've been working on for a long time. Like if you've been trying to grow your business or your career and trying to make more money. Again, I feel like this could be the week where you have that type of, information, or maybe you discover some hidden knowledge that kind of sets you free. With the Fool, you have the Lovers. Again, I would be careful of any past liar, cheater, stealers, but if you do want new love, I do feel there could be communication coming in here. I feel like there's like a little bit of an obstacle, but I don't even think it's that big of a deal. I feel for those of you that want love, this looks like a dream come true. You have the Star, dream come true, but you have that Five of Wands, which is telling me, I kind of feel what we're going to see in this reading is that it could be like long distance, or there's some other type of blockage. Maybe you like work together, Knight of Pentacles, or maybe it's just like progress has to be slow for certain reasons, but I feel it could be worth it. In your present position, again, you have this Here and Now card and this Take a Nap card. I literally feel you need to sleep on something. Like, sometimes, I think it's Esther Hicks who says, sometimes the best way to remove resistance is to take a nap, right? And so some of you are clearly working towards something. Like I said, some sort of, like, see, she's sitting on this opportunity, this egg, and there's like a doorway on it as well. It's like she might be, I think a lot of us do this, right? A lot of us, if we just put a little bit more effort into the things that we are doing, then it's like we probably don't need to change. I think sometimes people in like work or business, they think like, oh, I have to change to improve my situation, but they change and nothing changes. So it's like, really, we have to change. We have to be the ones that, and we can find all the gold we need right where we are. It's like, I think about this channel. It's like, a few years ago, I wasn't like going to give up on this channel, but I was like, okay, I've kind of taken this channel as far as it can go, and I've exceeded those expectations. So not saying this to brag, just saying this because, again, it's like, I think you don't see the potential that something has, but you're also never going to get the potential if you don't start working on it and improving it. But I also feel that, again, it's kind of like saying, if you're thinking about changing to this or that, it's like your situation probably isn't going to change. But I feel if you work on the situation that you're in right now and try to change it, it will change. So really, I hope that makes sense. Because it's like a golden opportunity. This feels like work or business to me, I would say here, Leo. It's like, this feels financial. It could be a love opportunity, but again, for most of you, I feel like it's work. And again, as I was saying, I think, taking a nap or taking a break could be a good idea, because maybe it will just give you some ideas. You have the Hierophant, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is quick success, and so I feel like there could be quick success coming in for you. I also feel there could be communication coming this way. Even knights are messengers, so someone could be coming in and delivering a message of love, or that they're attracted to you. So if you want love, like I said, this looks pretty good. Could be an earth sign for sure. You have the Seven of Pentacles, and again, you have two sevens. Two sevens is internal fears that don't exist. So I do feel it is time for you to let go of your fears, or let go of the things that have been holding you back for a very long period of time. I really feel you do need to do that right here. Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. I feel it's just saying you've been working on the same thing. Like, he has been working on the same thing over and over and over again. He's been growing the same pentacles, whatever these pentacles are. He needs to like go grow something else. And it's funny to me that right next to it, you have the Knight of Pentacles. He's got these empty fields behind him. It's like he knows what to do. He just has to plant those seeds. There is, as with every reading that I do for you, there is something about education. The Hierophant represents initiation, but he's also kind of the teacher. And so I feel for a lot of you, there's clearly some sort of hidden information that exists in this reading. And I feel like if you go and find that hidden information, it could lead to, success or growth in your business. Again, it's probably not really hidden. As I've said before, and I'll probably say it a million more times, I think that the people who are going to be successful in the future are going to be those that move a lot of dirt to get to the gold. Basically, most information you're going to receive is garbage, but those little chunks of gold that you get, that's where the real value is. And so, if you're trying to improve your business, learn about it. And, maybe most of the information is garbage, but if you find that gold, you're going to be very successful. With the Hierophant, you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a card of growth and success and a victory. So definitely could be a victory. coming in for you here. If you're wondering, am I going to win? I don't know. I'm hearing these words, by the way, in my head here, Leo. Like, am I going to win? I do feel like you are going to win. Like, if you're trying to win something, a competition, we literally see some sort of competition right here. This might not be like a competition. You might just be hoping that you can stand out in some area of life with the star card here. And again, I feel like this is saying, well, if you get your ass moving, then yes, you will stand out in some way. Again, I believe we're entering into a time of co-creation, so I wouldn't even focus on the competition, wouldn't even worry about it. I would just do your best, right? I think it's like one of the 4 agreements is to do your best. Literally, that's all I would focus on right there. With the 7 of Pentacles, what do you know? You have the 7 of Pentacles. Basically, the universe saying I meant what I said. With the 8 of Wands, you have the Emperor here. There's something here about leadership, and I really feel that you are being asked to take the lead on, something that, like, some sort of competition in your life now is kind of what this here, going this way to the Knight of Pentacles. It's like you could stand out in a big way, and I feel this reading is encouraging you to stand out. You even have the Star. It's like, and the other interesting thing is that in your future position, you have this card that says eccentric acceptance on it. You have this old man card that says inheritance male. Some of you could be getting an inheritance, but I kind of feel that eccentric moose card there is saying that you're not going to stand out if you're just like everybody else with the 5 of Wands. So, I feel you need to be your own, like, eccentric self, and that's the thing that is going to lead to the most progress. That's the thing that's going to make you the most successful, and that's what you need to pay attention to. You have the 5 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Star card here. The Star is a card of success and a victory. So I feel there could be, I feel like there could be some sort of victory coming in for you here. It doesn't even want to focus. I also feel that this is you standing out in some way. She's pouring water onto land here, and it says what's possible for one person is possible for everyone. She's pouring that water from the pool of universal consciousness. So I feel for a lot of you, there's like a lot of attention that could be coming in for you here, but it's like one of those things where, I feel like you have to believe in yourself more. And I feel like you need to believe that you can accomplish more with the Star card as well. You have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, of course, is a card of growth and success. He needs to plant these seeds in this field back here. And, he has all the knowledge and wisdom he needs to be successful. So I feel like you have everything you need to be very successful in some sort of new venture, even if you're not starting something new. I don't necessarily you really don't have any cards of anything new except for the Fool, but the Fool could just be you kind of taking a leap in a new direction. You could be, working at the same business or career, which is really what I feel that here and now is saying. Like, there's no reason for you to, like, up and leave a situation. Try to get the best out of what you can, right? Try to, get everything you can out of a situation. I always say 7 of Pentacles to me says, is the juice worth the squeeze? Like, is it worth it for you to work on what you've been working on for a very long period of time with that 7 of Pentacles? And that's kind of like what I'm getting here with this energy for sure. You have the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is a card of feeling left out in the cold. So for some of you, you could have felt left out in the cold, or you could feel, I feel this is more like the universe. I feel maybe some of you have felt like the universe hasn't been taking care of you, or, you have been putting effort into things, and it's like you're not getting the things you want out of whatever you've been working on, right? So I kind of like feel that energy on the 5 of Pentacles for sure. But let's see. With the 5 of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess. For some reason, I thought you had her twice, but, whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, you have the Hangman. I was just thinking Pisces, but, again, High Priestess, definitely trust your intuition. I feel that you need to see the potential that your current situation has. Again, like I was saying, I think it's human nature. We, work on a business, and maybe we think, I'm going to go over here and try something different, where if we would just stay where we are and improve it as much as possible, we would be on the right path. We really don't need to maybe change as much as we think we do. Of course, everybody's situation is different, but what I would say here is like I said, looking back, when I started this channel, there were no tarot readers, there were no astrologers that had more than 10,000 subs. So I was like, I thought 10,000, that's like the tippity top of how many subs I could get, right? And so it's like, I think we, don't really know something's potential until we try to get, until we actually try. I never tried, because I was like, oh, 10,000, that's like, the most I'll ever get. So I didn't really, try to do the things that are required to have more, right? And I kind of feel that's what's popping into my head here is like, there's like a really, this golden opportunity with that here and now card. It's kind of something, I feel it's almost something that can't be stopped, but it's like part of your destiny. And I'm not trying to sound all like clickbaity or anything, but you have the star here, which is like, it's part of your destiny, your dream, something that you're meant to accomplish. But I feel like you have to believe it. I can say this all day long, but if you don't believe it inside yourself, it's not going to happen. With the Knight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, yes, definitely, I told you, there could be a person that you could marry in the future here if you're not already in a love situation. I feel like this is just a little tiny thing, I wouldn't even worry about that Five of Pentacles. I felt it at the beginning. You have the star right next to it, which tells me this could be like a dream come true, like a really solid connection coming in for you with that star card. But I also, I feel this is something, really, I feel this is like a really solid relationship. But that Five of Wands could be like distance or, with the Hierophant, it could be, religious beliefs or something like that. Like something has to be overcome. I really don't think it's that big of a deal. With the star, you have the Ten of Wands. You've already put a lot of work into, manifesting your star. The Ten of Wands says, and again, Ten of Wands is another card that says, don't give up now. He's normally walking towards his home on the Ten of Wands. He is carrying those burdens, the wands, but those wands are something he has planted. That is his harvest, right? So I feel for a lot of you, it's saying like, your home is right there in the distance. Don't give up now. Next, in your outcome position, you have this shark card that says, be careful, proceed with caution. You have this pearl, it says, uncovering lost wisdom and hidden knowledge. So I feel for a lot of you, that there's a lot that you could be learning at this time, and I feel like you need to kind of pay attention to the things that you've been learning. I also feel like you need to learn more. And again, I'm a big fan of this. I believe we're in a time, like I said, where you have to move a lot of dirt to get to the gold. So don't be afraid to pick something to learn. If you're trying to grow in business, learn about it. If you're trying to grow in love, learn about it. Nobody learns about love, right? There are plenty of great books that exist that can teach you how to have a solid relationship, but whether you choose to read them or not is up to you. So I would be looking for those hidden pearls, those hidden gems, right? Maybe you have to shuck a couple of oysters in the form of books or, YouTube videos about what you're trying to learn or whatever. But I feel like it'll be worth it if you put the energy in to do it. You have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Five of Wands. The Queen of Cups is a card of your heart. Like, she is looking at that cup, but it almost looks like a trophy, as I always say. And so I feel like she has to really value her heart. She really has to value the things that she is feeling, like what she feels, deep down inside. So I really feel you need to kind of value your feelings or value like what you are feeling in your life and kind of pay attention to that. And I also feel you need to move towards your values, right? If you're doing things that you don't value, then you're going to have a hard time. If you do things that your heart is telling you to do, then you're going to have a great time. And that's what I would do here. I also do feel that you could be attracting someone very compassionate. You have the Queen of Swords. Again, there is something about enlightenment here. Star, you have the Hangman as well. The Queen of Swords finally sees things clearly, so it's like she has an answer. So again, I feel that some of you just need to sit where you are with that here and now card, and you will get the answer you need. You have the Five of Wands. I feel like you need to not worry about competition. Again, you could be attracting someone who's really attractive or something, and maybe you're worried about the competition, or that maybe you're worried that someone is going to steal this person away or something. But I don't know. I would let those fears go. Let's see. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Magician. You've attracted all these things into your life. Sometimes I think when we have big problems, we attract big solutions. And that's, I kind of feel that is what's happening in this reading. I feel like you've had your share of big problems. And because of that, the good news is that you're attracting big solutions. That's all I'm getting there. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, try to focus on teamwork, not competition with the Five of Wands. Again, there might be a lot of competition. There might be moments where you're trying to stand out above the competition. It's like you're getting closer and closer. I really feel this is saying, don't give up, especially if you're trying to stand out in business or your career. I would keep trying to stand out. With the Five of Wands, you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, again, this could be a past liar, cheater, stealer that you're worried about, or a past liar, cheater, stealer has made you nervous to open up to a love connection again. And so what I would say here is, number one, let the past go. Number two, with the Five Wands, it's saying you might be focusing on competition, but there could be another way to do it. The Seven of Swords, he's stealing those swords from an army in the background, so he's not even taking part in the war. he's stealing the swords, so they can't be used against him in war, right? It's like there's probably a more tactical way, if you have competition or whatever, that you could deal with competition, and that's what I'd say there. You have this health card. Definitely a good time to focus on health, so anything you can do to improve your health, I would say, is good. Next, you have this principle card. This is a card of your principles. It is a card of, the things that you believe in. And again, you have the Hierophant. This card, it kind of has a mitre right here, just like the Hierophant, kind of. And, it always reminds me of the Hierophant for whatever reason, this card. The Hierophant is kind of a card of, principles. Some people say, like, the Lovers is a card of, like, morals, and things like that. But again, I think with the Queen of Cups as well here, as long as you're moving towards your heart, what you believe in, and as long as you're focusing on that, I think you're going to have a really great time this week. And I don't know, it's popping into my head as important. You have this practicality card, very practical energy this week for you. I would say that, kind of just, sticking to a plan, sticking to a routine, all those things it might sound boring, but it's going to pay off is what I'm getting. It's like, it's going to be worth it. You have this domination card. I feel like you will be dominating in the future. I feel as long as you stick to the plan with that here and now card, again, that is like the only thing this reading is talking about. This reading is talking about one thing, and it's very important. It's like literally saying, stick to your current plan, whatever it is, and maybe you are tempted to get off the path. I am shocked that the moon didn't show up in this reading, because the moon perfectly represents the energy that I'm getting here, although there is kind of like a moon right here on this take a nap card. So, I feel like it's saying stick to the plan that you've come up with so far and you'll be perfectly fine. Keep pushing forward. There will be no competition. You have this authority card. Some of you, authority, principle, Hierophant, it's like emperor, these are all energies of authority in some way. So, it wouldn't surprise me if some of you are like becoming an authority figure, or if you're kind of taking back your authority here. But, all in all, Leo, I really love this reading. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff here. So thank you for being here, Leo, and definitely enjoy your week.